Hey guys, originally I wanted to give you a little play-by-play of the Logan Paul dick sucking tape to prove once and for all that it was Logan Paul in the video, but I realized that YouTube would probably yeet me for sexual content. So instead today we're going more internet weird people. So I've been watching videos again. Today I'm looking at this guy, and I'm gonna say guy, he says he's trans. But then in the same videos, he'll call himself just a man in a dress, and he's kind of, dude's got a 5 o'clock shadow, calls himself a man in a dress, and doesn't really do anything to transition. So I'm gonna err on the side of dude. Also, like when it's just him shouting, it's kind of hard to, not. So this is Dayton Hypernova. Probably where's the video I lined up? There, this one. Watched a couple of his videos. Watched a couple of videos about him. Now I'm gonna do a video about him. But yeah, quite an interesting fella. It's just taking a little while to load. But yeah, so a lot of his videos will be sort of him causing a scene. It kind of reminds me of Chris Chan, but with like less kind of goofiness and more anger.
This man.
Oh jeez.
This man.
Well, she won't though. I mean,
Probably she won't get.
Sorry for the kind of slowness. It's just the kind of thing on my laptop. It's not very fast laptop, and my computer is kind of not working. Well, not working, but it's just kind of out of commission for a little while. But yeah, so far he's just pointing to his brother, who he claims beats him. But after seeing his videos, I'm not so sure about that. But he's pointing to him and going, this man, and he's just kind of causing a scene in like a restaurant with his parents. It's like, dude, just have a good time, you know?
Very far because there's too many people out there running. Because like Kasich is, well, he can't run. He's giving it up because he's been in there too long.
It's like you can hear it in the ambience. It's just the parents, because he lives with his parents, and they're quite old. But like he's just trying to have they're just trying to have like a nice conversation with their son that doesn't yell at them, and it's like just trying to chill and have a nice kind of like time out, and like Dayton's like filming it, and it's like pointing to his brother in public, and it's just a bit, it's just a bit weird, and it's like this is gonna get worse.
yeah, he already reached
But
it.
that he said he's running, and
Look at the fucking dad. Just look at he knows what's going on as well. He's seen it, like, the dynamite has been lit. It's just about to explode and he sees it. He sees it. Bro, I will never get over that as well. Just the face.
Mary Taylor, she's the one lieutenant governor right now. She's running.
Oh,
Let me think.
1 second. No, it's recording. Okay, sorry. The OBS usually has like a red dot when it's recording, and I didn't think this was recording.
Oh, there's a whole, Mike DeWine.
So it's like
I think they had.
a little bit of selfie cam. You can see the 5 o'clock shadow, but it is a potato that he's filming on, so it's a bit hard to see.
He's in a different party, though. He's a Republican. The rest of them are all Democrats.
No, Mary Taylor. She's the lieutenant governor now.
She's probably
He's
Republican.
getting ready. He's getting ready for this. He sees Dayton's next move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Houston. I know he's.
They have like 8. There's
There's a bunch.
So I get the feeling a lot of this is just an ordinary family kind of trying to eat at a restaurant, and then Dayton's hanging out. I mean, they're just kind of talking about politics. It's like it's pretty kind of milquetoast. Nothing so far,
Yeah.
And the Democrats is
But I haven't heard anything more about her.
Mike DeWine is the Republican, but I'm thinking Taylor, she's with him, right? She's with him, right? Taylor.
I actually think this might be a different video to the one I expected, because like this is slightly different, but exactly the same as another video I've seen. So maybe I'm on the wrong video, but you'll probably be able to see.
And Mike DeWine.
Well, Taylor is the lieutenant governor right now,
Right.
and Mike DeWine is.
He's from.
I'm gonna fast forward and just to the point where it's like,
I think he's some of. Yeah, reminds you of a lineup for president.
Exactly.
There's so many.
so you can see Sherman. If you probably don't know much about Sherman, because you're probably completely new to this. Sherman also lives with the parents. He's also like, living under their roof for free and not doing much. But apparently Sherman does have a job and he like helps out with the family and he doesn't expect to get paid to do chores. He's like, not the best of the best of most successful of sons, but he's not like yelling at his parents and stealing their credit card, which is stuff that goes on either later or has already happened by this point. But the Dayton law, it's a long story and nothing ever happens no matter what happens. So, there's no consequence for actions, so all of it's kind of timeless.
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready. Let's go. I want to run this thing.
Okay, so this title here, that's complete clickbait. His brother does not shout at him in the restaurant. His brother shouts at him, I'll show you, because I don't think Sherman's in the wrong here,
Okay.
I'll drop you off over there,
That's
okay?
fine. Yeah, you can do that.
You're not taking that to your dog?
No. It's too big.
Oh, we need to take that.
The bill is going to be too big. Maybe we'll get them.
Like, this is the most mundane stuff, and this is the thing. A lot of Dayton's, and his name isn't really Dayton. His birth name was Earl. He's also known as Earp online. I'm not entirely sure where that comes from, but I like it. Just Earp. Yeah. One of the things about Dayton is that he sees kind of his brother being kind of normal, and I don't know. He sees it. He tries to still play it up like it's some grand scheme or like his brother being like a terrible person. Hang on.
You ready? Hello.
Just the cold dead eyes. He knows, all of them know, apart from maybe Sherman, that he's about to start something here, but no one knows what will happen next.
No, he speaks to me after 4 years living in the house where he beats me.
Okay. I don't know if you heard that, but he said, "You beat us, Earl," and this is the beginning of, because I wanted to use this video first because this video is like gets this shit out there, gets his shit out there, and like doesn't, because all of his videos are, apart from this, are usually either him shouting at his family, him begging his family for like money, or him kind of filming himself in front of the mirror. So you get his perspective of the world. And this is a good video because he's in public, so he can't like run away from people telling him how he is.
What did you just say?
Remember when you hit me in the eye and gave me a black eye?
Okay, so you can't quite trust like someone to say that if there's like allegations there hitting the person, but in other videos you can see like Dayton gets aggressive and Dayton throws like a glass at one point at Sherman. So it's like there's sort of a kind of, there's a pattern of behavior of Dayton not kind of being too cool with his family.
Person was this person.
You
This
thank
person-
him for helping move your butt.
Oh yeah.
You could wrap that in a napkin.
No, I'm not going to take that.
According to Sherman, I hit him in the eye at some point.
What?
According to Sherman, I hit him in the eye at some point.
Yeah, the police came because you hit me in the eye and gave me a black eye. Remember when you came?
The police coming is not out of the question. The police have come to Dayton's before. I'm going to show you, probably, if I do a kind of a continued series on this of videos, I'll show you like building up to what's going on now, because it's all sort of, something happens, there's a reaction but never a consequence, so it keeps going,
Out of the room and you start beating everybody?
Thinks this person beat that guy.
You're going to bump into somebody.
A whole lot of you are in a lot of deep shit.
He kind of does this. He kind of threatens his family with like, "Oh, you're all in deep shit," and it's like, this will get to my point. Why I say he.
Three of you are in so much deep shit.
Oh, I'm sure, Earl, I'm sure.
I mean, you're just gonna pretend like it's not real, but it is. You don't let a man beat another man. Not a man who dresses as a...
You don't let a man beat another man, not a man in a dress. Like, I don't want to gatekeep people, but I don't think transgender people call themselves the gender they were assigned with. I think that's the point, you know? But yeah, it's a weird thing. This is not related to Dayton, but and it's just a weird... Maybe this is an audio thing.
You don't...
Why does the music in the restaurant play louder outside the restaurant? Now this is a mystery. This is a background mystery that I'm always wondering about when I see this video. Why does the audio play louder outside the restaurant than inside? Because I thought, like, kind of to attract people in, but I don't know. If I'm gonna go to a restaurant, it's not because there's music there; it's because there's food. So I'm a bit confused about that, but it's basically inconsequential at this point.
let a man beat another man. Not a man who dresses as a woman. You just don't. And you let it happen over and over and over again. And now he's saying, I hit him in the eye. I've never touched...
This thing... One second, sorry. This is the thing. He says this shit happens over and over, but, like, there's never any evidence that he's getting beat. But there is, like, evidence that he's beating people, and it's like, geez, Earl.
that man in the eye in my life. I've never done that. He's gaslighting that. He's crazy. And then he's completely...
This is the best thing. You gotta listen for her, because this is the best thing. This is just too savage.
unstable. He's talking about all these neighbors who are so dangerous. He beats someone in his own house that you just let him live in. You know?
Get a life.
Get a life. just sent him right down to the shadow realm, instantly gone. But going back to what Dayton was saying is that he says that Sherman's racist. I don't know if Sherman's racist, but I'm pretty sure he isn't, because you'll come to see that he's got kind of little nephews, and he's got is it brother-in-law, because it's his sister's husband, and his sister's husband's black, and he takes care of his like mixed race nephews, and it's like, I don't think Sherman's racist. I don't think that's something a racist would do, you know? I don't think a racist would be cool with his sister marrying a black man, you know? So I don't think Sherman's racist. I don't know if Sherman's like said something that's pretty like prejudiced, but I don't think Sherman's like an overt racist like Dayton. Like Dayton shows him to be, or presents him as. Because like Dayton's not in this video, in the future. A lot of this is in the future. He calls like Sherman a skinhead, but I think like Sherman's just balding, or like he's just shaved his head because he likes it that way. He's not like, you know, like a racist skinhead like Sherman presents him as, or like Dayton presents him as.
It's gonna go somewhere, Mom. I'm glad I humiliated you in public.
You always do. You know that.
What a fucking asshole! Like what a fucking asshole though. I'm glad I humiliated you in public. Like, ooh, that's cringe, you know? But yeah, this is the beginning of a lot of cringe, so if you don't like cringe, maybe dip.
I'm always in public with you.
Every time I have to pull you off of Mom when you verbally attack her.
I've never done any of...
This is getting deeper. Verbally attacking your mom, Dayton, that ain't good, you know? But yeah, it's like, he has to pull Dayton off his mom. It's like, it's painting a picture. Yeah, Sherman, there's two sides to every story, I guess. But the thing is, I can see what Sherman says is going on. With Dayton, it's always like stuff that never got recorded, but you know, I'm always told what's going on. But with Sherman, I can see what Dayton's kind of doing a lot.
These things you have
tried to stop you. I tried to pull you off of Mom. How
Oh, little thing. This is gonna turn into a complete shit show. So get ready.
many times?
I've never done these things. I've never laid my hands on Mom in my entire
How
life.
many times you told?
So there's some allegations of beatings from Sherman, which is interesting. It's really, ramping up here, and this is the video. This is why I picked this video, because Dayton, a lot of Dayton's videos are like a homodiegetic narrative where it's just him and it's his perspective. It's him living his life. It's like a first-person life of Dayton, but it's all him pointing the camera at a mirror and talking to himself about how he's in the right and how everyone else is against him.
Sherman, I've never done that.
Dad doesn't want to talk to you for weeks.
Sherman, no one's going to believe you because you're an idiot.
I'm just gonna roll back there, and I'm gonna just say, Sherman's got a nice knit.
Doesn't want to talk to you for weeks.
Sherman, no one's going to believe you because you're an idiot and an
all know
asshole.
it.
You have a large fist that run into me.
Even talk to him. Sherman.
No.
This is one of the things about Dayton. This is why this is something really niche I like. He has these little things, and this is in his entire family. They will say things that don't make sense, like large fists that run into me, or later you'll see evil hatred heart. It's like, and this isn't like just quotes from Dayton. This is quotes from like Sherman, from his dad, from his mom. It's like they say things that don't make sense, and I don't know if that's like me being socially unaware of like kind of turn of phrase, but it's like, I don't think these are like turn of phrases, I don't think this is like metaphors. I think this is just them trying to speak.
He just said that I've beaten you, Mom. Have I beaten you?
This is very important, but he asked his mom, does he beat her?
Well, you get in my face.
I've
and
never.
He's like, do I beat you? She says, well, you do get in my face, and he just tries to talk over her. And this is the beginning of kind of the pattern, Well, this isn't the beginning of the pattern. This is just showing the pattern.
Oh my God! I've never done what he just said. I have never done what he just said.
Tried to tell him, and he cut you off yelling at you.
Okay, I have reacted to Mom.
Even Sherman can see it at this point. Even Sherman's like pointing out. I don't know if that's Sherman or his dad, because that was like, I don't know. It's like the voice was weird.
Acting at me. That is the most I've ever done. I've never done any of these things that you are.
Okay.
The two of the three times that you have beaten me. Two of them.
Yeah, this is gonna get showy. So if you don't like shouting, maybe watch a different video. But thanks for watching this one.
3 times you have beaten me. Oh my God, I did this, and you're gonna act like this is a symptom of something before. No, Sherman, you are 3 times my size.
Sherman,
This is.
Came out of your room and violently beat me.
Oh my God, I'm so.
There's just something about the way like Sherman is so animated, and it's just I don't know. It's enchanting. It's enchanting. I do hope that this situation is resolved, but it just seems to get worse the more I watch.
So glad I
And
have
then
this
the
on
police
video.
showed up and you lied to him.
What did I say,
And after
Sherman?
everybody-
What did I say?
Dayton does have a pattern of not lying to the police, but being squirrely. Like in one thing there was a situation where he's like, oh, my family's beating me, and the cop was like, we can take you to a crisis center, and then Dayton was like, no. So it's like, I don't think Dayton really is getting beat, because Dayton's like literally at the door, like ready to be like saved, and he's like, no, this isn't happening, officer, no. This is the thing. It's like, I don't think it's going on, because like there's just so much evidence to show that he's the one causing stuff.
Hey,
Addie came over and said, oh, I don't want to talk to you anymore because you're so
Addie
violent.
didn't even show up.
Addie is the sister, by the way.
She was over there across the street with her husband. Addie did not
I want to
be.
go to Sam's.
Oh,
Okay, so
where I go to the
ignore
right?
it.
Just live in your own.
I really respect the dad, because the more you watch, the more the dad you can see he's being worn down, but he really tries to keep the peace by keeping his dick out of this situation, but it doesn't work. I mean, I don't know about this video. I can't remember much about this video, but in the later videos, it doesn't work.
I don't know where it is.
Yes, Sherman.
Go up
Yes.
there,
Tell me where it is.
see where
Make a left right
Sam's
here.
is.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mom.
Sure, why don't you go in with me? To get you away from his.
You know, this
riding
crazy
behavior.
person that's less than half his
Wait,
size,
that was-
me,
Okay,
I'm
see,
so
for
violent.
him, white
No,
collar.
you've beaten me! It's a problem! It's a problem! You hit me in the eyes! I never touched you! I've
So yeah, this is not a good situation. I mean, that's pretty self-evident. I don't know that. I was gonna say I don't know where they are, but of course I know where they are. They're in Dayton, Ohio. That's why Dayton got his name Dayton. That's his thing. But yeah, I really like the trees. It really reminds me of where I live. I don't know. I don't live in America, but as you could probably tell, but it reminds me of where I live. It's the same with the parking lot in the restaurant. It's just kind of nostalgic.
never touched you in my life, Shannon! No, I have. They are witnesses, you idiot!
Wait, stop.
They are witnesses to that.
I just noticed this now, but he does say, "Oh my, yeah, mom and dad are witnesses," but mom and dad are both saying that Dayton's the abusive one. So it's like, he's just chatting shit.
Let's ask a witness.
Michelle,
Mom, I'm gonna ask
No, Mom, you don't!
Mom, I'm gonna ask you one question only. Did Earl run out of his room
Yes.
in a violent rage and
Yes.
attack me and punch me in the face?
Yes, he did that. See, and it's like, I mean, as much as I don't know who to believe here, I'm kind of swinging on the side of Sherman and his mom because, clearly it's not all there with Sherman either, but like, he isn't beating people. I don't think he's like yelling and beating people. He does yell at the TV, but I've known a lot of normal people to yell at television. So it's like, I don't know. Yeah, but I don't think he's yelling at his family. I mean, he definitely ain't doing shit that Dayton's doing.
I've done that. I've punched Sherman.
The police.
Wait,
Lied
I
to the
ran
police.
out of my room and punched Sherman and he had to call the police over
And
this?
you
You
tried to
called them,
break
Earl.
Wait, I called the police because I punched you in the face. You just said that?
You called the police.
That doesn't make any
He says it doesn't make sense, but he does that sort of shit. He'll throw a glass at someone and then play the victim, And it's like, geez, Dayton. So yeah, that's just something I want to point out because Dayton really wants to give the impression that he's like this like bad wife, sort of like who's being like abused by his entire family, but it's hard to believe that when he's actively refusing help and then agitating his family as much as he can.
sense, Sherman. You were going crazy at your parents. These two people, you were in their face. Mom was screaming at the top of her lungs. I went out there to stop the arguing. I got beat down by you, and I called the cops.
One person got hurt.
So yeah, you can kind of see the family not stable, and I really like this video. And that sounds like sociopathic on my side because I'm like, it's a bunch of people yelling at each other. But this video gives me the weirdest emotions ever because like all of the background really reminds me of being a kid, like the restaurant, parking lot, the ride there, the trees. It just reminds me a lot of kind of growing up as like a kid in the car, taking car trips. It's nostalgic, but also like it's a bunch of people yelling at each other. So it really kind of fucks with me.
I went to the hospital. You didn't get hurt. You got your ego.
hospital?
You got
You
your
broke
ego
your foot
crushed.
kicking me.
You did not get kicked by me. I got beat down by you and Dad both. Both
So
of you.
there's a lot of things that people are saying, but you can't tell who's telling the truth. And like, I'm gonna harp on this for like hours, but like, god damn that parking lot! It just reminds me of being where I live. There's a place, and it's got a big parking lot like that, and it's just like, I remember going to that place. It's like a bunch of stores, and I'm probably doxing myself very quickly, but fuck it, I don't care. I want to talk about parking lots.
Had your fists and bodies on me, one or the other. Dad was crushing me and you were beating me. And I called the police after my foot was badly injured and you had the
This is the thing. His dad's like mega old, and I don't think his dad's beating him. I don't think his dad's helping beating him. His dad's like old snake tier old. Like he's proper old. So I'm like, I don't think that he's like beating his like 30-year-old son. Dayton's 30, by the way. That's a big thing because like some people thought he was like 16, and I'm like, I would get it if he was like this emotional kind of a little volatile 16-year-old, and I'm like, I get why he would shout so much, but like, I mean, it doesn't give reason for like being your family, but like, I get why he would shout so much, but he's like a 30-year-old dude, and it's like.
Audacity right now to say that I had anything to do with the violence upon me. No, sir.
We just
No,
sir.
You can probably tell I really like weird internet videos, and this is like, this is like the treasure trove of weird internet shit.
To it and
No,
confirm
sir.
that you're
no,
a liar.
sir. I'm looking in your eye right now and telling you I haven't touched your eye even once.
Okay, Earl.
But you have beaten me. I've been
I've
in
never
the eye.
touched you, Earl.
You never touched me this
I've
entire time.
never touched you.
You're a liar. You're a liar, and I
Okay,
have you
Earl.
on video.
I know, Earl, and we have you on video.
Doing what?
Punching me. You
Yes,
said
I want to see the video.
I hate you.
I want to.
I hate my dad. I hate my mom.
You.
So
Everybody.
he's going into a role play of Earl, and he does this a lot, Sherman, and I'm like, I get it. It must be ungodly, fucking terrible having to deal with Earl. Like, I wouldn't want to.
Doesn't do what I say.
Just exactly what he's saying is what he means, Dad. That's what he's saying about himself. Is that he hates his mom, and he hates his dad, and he hates his family, and that's why
He's really trying to put words in Sherman's mouth and kind of twist what's going on and trying to, get his parents to side with him. But it's clear that he's in the wrong in a lot of these situations.
comes over, he moves into the house the same week that Addie gets married and starts beating his transgender sister. That's what happened.
You'll notice at the beginning of this video, he said he was transgender. No, at the end of this video here. But in the beginning, he's like, I'm a man in a dress. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know if Earl's really transgender or if he's not. And it's hard to tell, And the thing is, it's like, I'm not one to gatekeep something like that. But I really don't think when it's like, Earl is like agitating and like he really, you could tell he gets off on agitating his family. I think to him, it just wearing dresses is just another way he thinks he can agitate them, but he always has to go a little bit further, like shouting at them.
Fine. I am transgender, Sherman.
No, you're not. You're a boy. You're a boy who has mental illness.
This is the thing, yeah, I'm gonna say it here. I'm gonna say trans rights. I'm gonna say trans women or women. That's something I'm gonna say here. I'm gonna get that clear. That's my opinion on the matter. And Sherman doesn't think that way. And I don't really like that. But I'm not gonna say Sherman's a bad person for that. I'm not gonna say Sherman's a bad person for his beliefs, especially because he lives in rural, like, Dayton, Ohio. I think Dayton, Ohio is rural. I don't know much about America. I just know about LA. I know insofar as I've watched like political videos and GTA Online, so it's like, I don't know much about America, but he lives in quite a kind of red state area, I think, or not red state area, but like a red area. Like, I'm not surprised Sherman has those views, but I don't think he's beating Earl for wearing a dress. Like, he doesn't seem to do that. It seems to be, other shit like spending ungodly amounts on someone else's credit card. That's something that comes up later, and this is the Dayton law. So yeah, I don't think that that Sherman's out here committing hate crimes, but I don't think that Sherman's beating Earl whatsoever, or at least like he I don't know, he's not doing it in like he's not. I don't know how to pontificate what I mean. I don't think he's like attacking him. I think that if there is fighting between them, it's self-defense on Sherman's part, because Earl will fight. Earl has fought before and has used weapons like a wine glass. I'm not so sure that Earl won't use a glass again. So it's a bit like I don't know what's going on, but I don't think, as much as Sherman has at least, he doesn't believe in trans people being the gender they're transitioning to. As much as that, I don't think he's like a hateful person. I just think he's skeptical on that. I don't think he's like a really I don't think he's attacking people over it.
Oh, I'm glad I got video footage of this. This person, he says, has a mental illness.
He loves I do think Dayton has a mental illness. I don't think it's gender dysphoria. I don't think it's autism, as Sherman says, because it doesn't line up with autism at all. But what I was going to say is, this is the thing. It's like Dayton's like, I'm glad I got some video. I'm glad I humiliated you guys earlier. And it's like, he loves agitating his family, and then he acts like he's the victim when he agitates them, and they like get mad at him, and then he acts like he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, I'm not saying like he should be beaten. Like I don't want to. The thing is, I'm not trying to get anything twisted here. I realize this screenshot of his face. If I had snipping tool open, I would just get a little
I have a
screenshot
mental
of the
illness
face.
while he's beating me. He beats me and calls me a person with a mental illness.
Show us the evidence. If you
Tony,
show us
This is getting on to like just show me the evidence shit. Sherman, it's like Metal Gear. If you played Metal Gear, like any weird people on the internet, they automatically sound like the Metal Gear storyline. At the moment, Earl is Sherman is naked Sherman. He's all ready to fight, but he's all not fight, but like shout. But pretty soon he's going to turn into punished Venom Sherman, and then he's just kind of depressed.
Yeah, that's Sherman's name right there, and that's his number.
Earl, what the hell's wrong with
He
you?
just doxed his family members. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how to sort that out. I'm gonna have to probably do something about that.
Sherman, the problem with me is that I get beat by a man over twice my size. And nobody in the house does anything about this.
What is it
Let's
when you
reason
beat
about
somebody?
this one. I've never beat a
Don't contact Sherman, please.
Exactly. So you're a habitual liar.
No,
All
Sherman,
you do
you
is
are a
attack people.
gaslighting narcissist.
Do you understand?
You are a
You
gaslighting
attack your
narcissist.
father.
I've never.
I'm not gonna say that what Earl does is habitual, but if anyone is a gaslight narcissist in that family, it is Earl. You'll see that he does. I think I'm not a professional on this, but he does gaslight his brother sometimes, and he is kind of a narcissist.
Attacked you, Dad. I've never attacked you in my life. And if you can't have the audacity right now to turn to this camera and say that's true, then I don't respect you. You
don't
either say
verbally
the truth or I don't
abuse
respect you.
He's trying to like bully his dad into helping him, and his dad's like, no. This is pretty big because like I think it's like the mom wants him out, but the dad wants him to stay, and the dad sort of lets him get away with bullshit, and the mom is like, no.
If you don't say anything, that's fine, but I'm just telling you the truth. I don't respect you if you don't turn around right now and say that's never happened. If you don't do that right now, I'm telling you the truth. I don't respect a person that can't have the... You have to have a little bravery in you, Dad, because this is cowardice.
Hello.
Dad?
Oh. Oh,
He's just gonna be a coward then. That's what the whole family is, though. I mean, I get beat down.
So,
Beat down is like a rehearsed phrase for Dayton. He says, I get beat down, I get body slammed. You know, he's like a wrestler. He's getting beat down and body slammed every Friday night. But like he acts that way as if he's like rehearsed everything. And I think that's because he's trying to like not just lie to his family, but lie to himself.
when you call people cowards, you mentally bully people. When
you mentally bully, I like how you look at me with that squint in your eye. Like, I mean, I just like to think about how crazy an asshole.
Yeah, I said that this was a clickbait title, and it is a little bit, but this is insane bullshit. And the brother is shouting at him, but not in the restaurant. He should have taken out in the restaurant. But yeah, this is some insane bullshit. Like looking back, I'm so entrenched in this that I don't think I have a clear perspective on either.
Schultz is because he beats me, and I hope someone on that phone right now hears me. You beat me, Sherman. You beat me.
Oh, Earl, you beat me.
No,
What?
you, the boxer. You're
Let
the
me
boxer.
be honest
Who's,
with you.
yeah, no, you're not
Let me
honest,
just
Sherman.
say
No,
one thing.
that's
He uses like Sherman's size as a sort of not get out of jail free card, but as like an excuse of why he couldn't possibly beat him. But I'm like, it's like he does resort to weapons. It's like he has resorted to weapons, and I'm like, I don't think that what he's doing isn't, you know, I don't think that it isn't like telling of what he does when the cameras are off.
the problem, is that you're not
I'm
honest,
saying
and you don't
one thing.
change your tone to suddenly be
know
honest.
When Mom and Dad are gone, you're going to be homeless.
I won't live
Mom
there, you
won't
idiot. If I
let
even
you
survive
move.
that house after the fourth
This is the thing. Like Sherman goes on like the offensive here, and he's like, "You're gonna be homeless," and I get that because Dayton needs to hear this shit. He needs to hear that he's fucking alienating his entire family, and he shouldn't, and that he shouldn't treat his family like shit. And I get why. Like, it's really kind of. I can't. I don't know if empathize is the right way, but I really feel for Sherman here because as much as like originally I had the perspective of him as like this like stereotypical racist hillbilly Republican. It's like the more I've learned about him, the less he seems like that stereotype. The more he seems like someone that's being like bullied in his own house, and he just wants to get Dayton out. And I feel for that. I kind of get that. Seeing Dayton over the course of time, I can really see because this is like the most intense video. I picked this video because it's the most telling. You know, if you see this video, you see the situation. You don't see Earl's spin on the situation because here he completely fails to spin it. Which I mean, I'm kind of glad that he can't spin this situation.
time you beat
never.
me. I don't want to hear a word about
Of course
this. You
don't.
will never.
But you understand that nobody likes you.
No one likes
because
Sherman
all
Schultz.
you do is
No one likes
lie
you.
and beat. Do you remember when the people?
I've got to say that is a statistical fact. At this point, his videos kind of get like that's a high rating. Like this is the thing. Dayton really does. What's the word? Kind of alienate everyone.
That you moved out and moved in with kicked you out because they said that you were psychotic and they wanted nothing to do with you. They threw all of your shit out in the yard.
Oh, this is the thing. They both moved out, but they've lived at their parents' house for like most of their lives. Which I mean, I'm not going to judge, but like, I'm going to judge a little bit. They don't pay anything. They don't help around the house. I mean, Dayton does, but he gets paid like double minimum wage for it, so it's like that's terrible. Like, but if they were like paying rent and helping around the house, I wouldn't judge them for that. But I'm gonna judge it, and I'm gonna judge Sean a little bit. But he does have a job, and I think he might pay rent. I mean, he's got a job, so probably.
Sherman, what happened to you in California? What happened to you in California? What happened to Sherman in California?
What happened to Earl?
Sherman,
in
he
his
brought this
mind?
big black car that with him, this big Yukon. It's a Yukon. He brings it home, and within a month of him being home, it doesn't work anymore.
I took cancer treatment for a year in that car. I kept that car because
This is the thing. He's got like Sherman has stories of shit that I am pretty sure isn't a lie because he doesn't know he's being recorded, so he has nothing to gain. This isn't like him saying that over YouTube, But apparently he was helping his friend with cancer, and I'm like, see, you kind of see that Sherman isn't like the bad guy. He isn't. It's like Metal Gear. It's like Metal Gear again. It's like the boss in Metal Gear. At first, I thought the boss had defected to the Soviet Union, but it turned out she was just trying to help. It's that sort of thing where it's like I really thought Sherman was an asshole until I kind of saw that he was an asshole, but like not a bad person, like not a terrible person. I mean, we definitely disagree on a lot, but like he's not like as bad as I thought he would be.
Jack had cancer.
You know what? That car stopped working this summer.
No, it didn't. Something
Yeah,
you
it
don't
didn't
have
work anymore. It didn't work anymore. It didn't work anymore.
I got evidence. I took him up to Ohio State.
I'm gonna get really like analytical here, but it's really interesting that Dayton got extra pissed off when Sherman talked about helping his friend Jack with cancer. And I don't know if I can't say inside his mind, but I feel like maybe that was because Dayton saw that Sherman was becoming a sympathetic person or a sympathetic character on his YouTube channel, and he didn't want that. Because I kind of imagine that that's the reason.
to cure his cancer.
What does the car have to do with it?
I had to take him in his car because he broke his hip.
His car!
I stayed in the
His
bus.
car! His car!
My car, Earl.
What, your
my
car?
I drove him up in my car. You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know!
Care.
Oh, I don't care. I only care about
You don't give a shit about Daryl.
Oh, yeah,
you
you-
watched him die.
I can't
They
wait.
said, Earl, come over and help us. I don't care about anybody's cancer. Spit on him. That's what you do, Earl. You destroy everything around you.
This is where
God.
he kind of stops things, but like I kind of feel for Sherman Hicks. He's like helping his friend with cancer, and then Earl doesn't give a shit. And to be fair, I mean, like, I'm not surprised Earl doesn't give a shit. Like, Earl doesn't give a shit about anyone but himself, and it really, really shows because he's like stealing his family's credit card. Like,
This man is a gaslighting narcissist, and I don't want to live in the same fucking house as him. He beats me. Move out. I will, and I'm not.
okay, so it cuts off there. There's a longer version, but I don't think it's that important. Like, I don't think the extras are that important. I accidentally clicked this one. But yeah, I've watched a couple videos on this, a couple Revenge of the Sis videos. I like them. They do good videos on Dayton. I don't watch the rest of their videos, but I just watch the Dayton ones, and they're kind of good. They also have the hot scoop on it. So yeah, you can kind of see from here. He privated his videos because someone sent him Bibles, and I just thought that was funny. That he that was the thing that made him private his videos. But according to the Revenge of the Sis channel, I recommend you watch their Dayton videos because their Dayton videos are hyper informative. They're very good. Apparently it's because the cops are like on to him and they're like seeing that he beats his family. This is the one with the police. It's very dry, and I might do a different video on it. It's like a dry sort of nothing really happens and they just talk. It's telling, but it's like a cutscene in a video game where there's no kind of plot details. It's just them just like doing shit. See this video. This is the one that got in my head. This is the one that I thought this one was going to be like the big reveal that Dayton was being beaten the whole time, but it's kind of clickbait again. Dayton likes to clickbait, but I don't know. It doesn't work. It never works.
Nice
Like
pants that you wear.
I don't know. It's been like
You like humor. That's
a
for
year.
You know that?
You're 40. And it's sad that none of your younger brothers or sisters look up.
Earl, you are.
See, he opens up on this, and it's just him going into his brother, and it's like, why? Why are you just going into people like that? It's like, that's kind of terrible of him. You know, if I came down at someone and I'm like, you're a balding piece of shit, and your family doesn't like you, that, you know, I'm liable to kind of seem like an asshole there.
Autistic.
This is the thing. Sherman says that Earl's autistic, but I think it's the same way that people call like things that don't work in video games autistic. I don't think it's like a literal like a literal amateur diagnosis that Sherman's autistic or that Dayton's autistic, because I don't think he is. I mean, no one thinks he is, and not even like the rest of his family does.
Autistic or autistic? Which one?
Autistic.
Every time Sherman calls Dayton autistic, he always says artistic or autistic. I just find that so funny, because that's like, I was gonna say that's like something in South Park, but like the same joke's been made in South Park. So I don't know.
We know in
Autistic or autistic?
The school called mom and said, your child is retarded. We want to put him in a retarded school, and they did.
Let's keep going.
This is the thing. It's like that. I don't think that happened. That the mom says that doesn't happen. I kind of defer to the mother to see what's going on, because like Dayton's narrative isn't all there. It's all jumbled up. There's lies that are pretty clear. But yeah, so I don't think he got sent to a quote unquote retarded school. But yeah, you can kind of see Sherman's character in this video. It's like he's not PC. He's not like, you know, he says like retarded a lot and like autistic. So he's not like a, you know, very politically correct person, but he doesn't seem like a bad person, you know?
That's not true.
Mom, they didn't call you and tell you that he had a mental issue?
No.
What was my mental issue?
No.
I think that Dayton clearly has a mental issue, but not when he was in school. Apparently, he was weird in school, and this is a thing that's put on a website. I can't remember what the website was called, but it was like a interview with someone that knew him. And apparently, he was weird. He would dress up as Captain Jack Sparrow a lot, which is just kind of a little bit odd, but he was pretty harmless and would drink a lot. And that's just that. Apparently, he was an eccentric person, but kind of normal, you know? Normal. He was functionally normal, but a bit eccentric. There you go. That's a good way to put it.
He's autistic now, and we accept him as an autistic child.
We're just gonna.
He's
Why are you saying that, Sherman?
It is true, and he is true. He's autistic.
The family does get mad at Sherman too, and I think this is a lot because Sherman's pretty he's kind of agitating right now, and I get that because this is an older video. I think I haven't been keeping track. But yeah, so it's sort of like a back and forth thing, but you know, looking at the situation, it did start with like Dayton saying that none of his brothers or sisters liked Sherman.
It isn't true. He has bursts of violent outbursts, and he abuses you guys
Literally,
because you're older.
the one time.
He's very abusive
Sherman,
to you guys.
shut up!
Oh,
That
tell
is
me,
not.
it is true.
That is not true.
Literally the one time.
Lying.
This is probably the one time that you said something they didn't agree with.
with.
Dayton likes to say his entire family's on Sherman's side, but I think that's because Dayton's doing the fuck shit, you know?
Oh, look at that! I like that. I like that little.
I know that you abuse people.
I like this hand gesture movement that you do.
And we still.
If you watch enough of these videos, you'll notice that they are all subtly the same. And that's the thing that interests me. They are all the same situation over and over again. I'm gonna do a couple of videos on this because I really like this and I really find this interesting.
Sympathize with you. We want you to go to.
Are you gonna be? Are you
get
gonna?
out of home to get help.
My birthday's in 48 hours. You gonna be there, dude?
Sherman?
You gonna do there?
No, nobody.
You don't like those autistic kids. Those autistic.
Nobody's gonna be there because you abuse everybody.
Just reminds
Everybody
me of
who's
Keemstar when it was like Leafy, it's like the autistic kid. Yeah, that was like really old drama alert shit. But yeah, I'm actually gonna skip back from this. I want to do a video on Onision because he's interesting as a sort of freak of YouTube, but I know that I'm gonna get copyright struck, and I don't want to give him money. I mean, like, he's not gonna make me give him money, but like, he's gonna monetize all my videos, and that's gonna be shit. His mum is sort of transphobic, but she's like a mega boomer, so I can kind of understand where that comes from, you know. This video, this video fucking, I saw it and I was like, what the fuck? But I think this one's clickbait too. All of them, so many of the I get beat videos are just straight clickbait or shit that like isn't beaten. He's just getting yelled at, and then he runs off to the bathroom. So it's like, you know. Or this could be the one where he throws the glass, because that one was recorded vertical. Wait, have all these been recorded vertical? Maybe I'm going insane. Maybe I'm the insane one. It's like Metal Gear Solid. I'm gonna keep. This is like Chris Chan. It's like Chris Chan and like Onision kinda, and like Dayton Hypernova all have like Metal Gear Solid comparisons. It's like Metal Gear Solid like peeking around trying to find, I don't know, Otacon somewhere. He does do that. He does creep around his house filming people from behind doors. They're peeking. This is a lot of what the situation is. It's just him kind of being like, this is weird. I actually don't know what goes on in this video. I think I stopped watching halfway. But yeah, he's creeping and sneaking, and the video's crashed. The video hasn't crashed. No, it hasn't. So yeah. Oh no, I think I know this one.
You just heard my older brother going off at a computer screen downstairs.
I don't have a good drunk radar of people that are drunk, but I can tell I think he's on something right now, because like he's slurring his words. But this is the thing. He'll film shit like this, and it's like clickbait. He clickbaits like family abuse, so he's basically J Station, clickbaiting fuck shit.
In his room, he just walked downstairs. This is the man I live in the same house as. He fucking beats me.
I think this is another one of the videos of like him just talking to a mirror, talking to the mirror. Because this is a big trope in his videos. He'll just talk to a mirror, and nothing happens.
It's fucking horrible. This is not acceptable behavior. He has been beating me down repeatedly.
I don't know what it is, but like his eyes are just dead. I don't know. Maybe that's like shit that alcohol does. Like maybe when you're drunk, your eyes are dead. I don't touch alcohol, so I don't know.
Since forever ago, it's been 5 years of him beating me down this house. I have psoriasis on my arms, which is not that visible.
For those that are not informed, he says it like it's evidence of being beaten, but psoriasis is like a skin condition that you naturally get. I didn't 100% know what psoriasis was. I mean, I know it's a skin condition, but like it's a skin condition where it like flakes your skin, and I think it like dries out and bleeds. But yeah, so it's not like an evidence of abuse, because at first I thought it was something you would get from being beaten, but no.
Right now, because it's the middle of summer, it bleeds through the winter, and it's caused by stress.
He is correct, it is caused by stress, but I'm not so sure that his family is the stress.
Hold on a second, he's coming back up.
I actually don't know what goes on in the second half of this video. Maybe he does get beaten. Maybe this is the video. Oh, this really makes me want to play Metal Gear Solid 2. like too much. Like just too much. I just want to play from Metal Gear Solid 2 again. This is great. I'm just gonna fast forward around.
Stressors or transvestites?
Oh, it's just all him talking to the mirror. I really thought something was going to happen in the second half that I missed. But yeah, so yeah, the problem with this is I don't have the new videos. Because of like I'm recording this video on like YouTube, where it's like I have to be on YouTube. I don't have the new videos, and I wish I had the new videos. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. But I'm gonna see you guys later because I'm a bit busy. But I'm gonna do more videos on Dayton because he's an interesting fella. Anyway, peace out.